Well, today's date is the 12th October 2017. This is Julfikar Snain Chaudhary and I'm going to conduct your speaking test. In this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Can you first tell me your full official name
Yes, thank you. My full name's Mayesha.
and what name do you want me to call you?
Or you can call me by Mayesha.
Okay, Miss Mayesha. Where are you from?
I'm actually from Chittagong, Bangladesh, and this is the second largest city of Bangladesh.
Alright. Uh, what is the neighborhood like?
Um, do you mean by my
Neighborhood.
neighborhood? Okay. So Dhaka is one of the neighbor of mine, and that is also the capital city of Bangladesh.
Alright. Let's talk about your eating habit. How often do you eat fast food?
Well, I eat that very oftenly because I'm very aware of the disadvantages of fast food. That's why I would like to prevent that.
Right. What's your favorite type of fast food?
Well, usually I like to eat burger, but mostly I like fried rice with the vegetable.
Alright. Do you snack a lot?
No,
What kinds of snacks do you eat?
I like to eat snacks like fruits and like very little kind of snacks,
Alright.
which is light in calories.
Do you have breakfast every day?
Yes, I do have because it's
Why do
very
you have?
because it's very important for health as we stay for a long time not having food till night. So it's very important to take breakfast at time.
Good. What time do you usually eat dinner at?
Usually I eat dinner within 7 to 9 because as we all know the dinner should be taken at least before 2 hours of sleep.
Okay.
So usually
What do you eat for lunch when you are at school?
I ate noodles or like sandwiches, whatever I would like to eat. That depends on my mood. Sometimes I feel to eat sandwich, or sometimes some other like of foods, like it will be chips or something else.
Very good. Let's move on to another types of questions, another topic. Uh, let's talk about your health. What kinds of exercise do you regularly do?
Okay. Yes, I'm very productive about my health, and as I have the and already I have the problem of weight gaining, so I'm very trying to do hard works that can burn my calories. I'm trying to sweat more by running a treadmill or by cycling. Oftenly, I used to do yogas, but due to my very busy schedule as I'm a student, sometimes I couldn't have that time to do workouts.
Good. When and how often do you brush your teeth?
Well, yes, this is also a very important part of life. I brush 2 times a day. I mean, at morning and at night.
Why?
Because at morning when we woke up, for a long time we didn't eat anything, so there are very bad smells. And at night before the sleep, we need to brush our teeth because all the foods we eat the whole day, we need to wash that bacteria from our teeth. That's why.
Okay. Do you play any sports competitively?
No, but really I often go for swimming.
Good. When was the last time you went for a checkup at doctor's?
Oh, it was the last month.
Did you have any problems?
Actually, uh, I felt some pains at my back and in the middle of my back. So I went to doctor and they digest finally that I have lack of vitamin D's for what I'm suffering that. So
Good. What time do you get to sleep at most nights?
I'm trying. I try as early as possible. I can go for sleep that within 10 to 11 because I like to go early to bed and as well as I rise early.
How many hours of sleep do you get each night?
It depends. Sometimes it is 6, sometimes I sleep for 8 hours.
Well, thank you very much. Now I'm going to give you a card. On the card, you'll find a topic, and you'll also find some guiding questions. Based on that, you have to prepare a talk for 1 minute, or 1 to 2 minutes, and you have 1 minute time to take notes. Here is a topic, and here is a pen. You can take notes below that. Would you like to start now?
Yeah, sure.
Carry on.
Okay, it was the last month when I was suffering from fever and it was like 1.4 degree, 104 degrees, and also I was suffering from cold. And the main problem and the disease I suffered that is the urine infection. So I went to my doctor and well, the feeling was very terrible because the whole night I have to suffer a huge degree of fever, and most probably as I sleep alone there were no one that who can help me to eat medicines or something else. So I have to wait for a whole night when someone came to me and can give me medicines. And finally at morning when everyone woke up, they they found out that I'm sick and they could help me. So I went to my doctor. I told him about all the problems I was suffering and he suggested me lots of checkups which includes urine infections, and also as I had pain before they also suggest me more um, test on that. Finally, when my result came out, they found lots of sensitivity in my urine result, and there were so much infections for what I needed injection. Not only one or two, it could be at least 14 to 20, and for that I need to inject a canona and I have to inject for twice a day. So I was very worried about because as I'm a student I'm very busy with my classes, and then I have to go for my workout. So I wasn't very
Okay.
scared about.
Well, thank you very much. So, do you tend to get sick often?
Actually, yes.
Why is that?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel pain, but yes, we can identify that that's for my lack of vitamin D, and now I am having my medicines, and yes, uh, I have some improvements, and
Okay. So, have you ever been very seriously ill apart from this time?
no.
Okay. Do you like going to the dentist?
No, because I'm very afraid of the pain of teeth, and yes, I even don't have any problems related to my teeth, so I never have to went there.
How regularly do you go for a checkup at the doctors and dentists?
Um, Very oftenly I have to meet them because I have a problem of thyroid, so I have to need checkups regularly for that, at least twice, at least once in 2 months. So
Okay. Let's move on to the final part. I'm going to ask you some general questions on health related to health. Why is obesity such a big problem today?
well, yes, obesity is a very big problem nowadays because uh, not only children, also the adults are becoming very dependent on fast foods, but they are very unaware about the drawbacks of that. So they go for spending time with families, but they could have to eat from there. Well, they could take foods from their home, but no, they didn't because they like to eat the food from outside. So obesity, and also now people are becoming very less productive.
Right.
They are not engaged in physical activities like before. We all were used to play in schools, and we were used to play also some sports, but these opportunities are not more uh, available in our schools. So children are also away from this, and
Okay. So, what needs to be done to stop obesity levels growing?
firstly the awareness should be developed about the foods they're having regularly, because it is a very long-term processing. I think that it should be done first, and the obesity problem for a long time and in long term it has a very huge disadvantages, like more diseases are occurring now for this obesity, including children, adults, everyone are suffering from different kinds of diseases for this. So the awareness should be built in childhood.
Okay.
When
So, this country's health system is very good. Do you agree?
no, I don't think so, because as I said, there are no sports chances for children. Also, adults are becoming busy with busy life schedule, and now everyone, not only children, also the adults are very busy with phones, nets. So
Okay.
they have no time for physical workouts.
Does everyone have a right to free health care in your country?
It should be, but I think due to many reasons it couldn't be. Like there are lots of people, so the authorities are not able to maintain this.
Do you think rich people get a better quality of health care than poor?
Obviously, because the rich people can go in a higher standard of hospitals that include doctors. They're from overseas, graduate from overseas, and the poor people even having money to consult it with a good doctor. So yes, they have very less chance to get proper medication.
How can eating healthy and exercising regularly benefit your life?
if I eat healthy foods, then it can prevent me from several diseases, and having a proper exercising routine can make me more productive. Not only that, it helps me to burn calories that avoids the gaining weight. And healthy food is very important as a part of life, because foods is the main thing from what everything occurs. So yes, it's very important to having a good food habit and also some exercises too.
Well, thank you very much. Your test is over.